This program is presented by the Sarawak Tourism Board. Sarawak, the gateway to Borneo.
On this week's Hot List, what a waste. When will Indonesians take steps to bury the garbage crisis? Immaculate prevention, why more men must do their part in cutting off family planning problems. And sweet shipment, why the export of this flavorful fruit is helping even trade with China. Hello and welcome. This is Hot Indonesia. I'm Dalton Tanonaka in Jakarta. Here are my co-hosts. Yenny Wahid is the director of the Wahid Foundation, which promotes pluralism. She is the second daughter of the fourth president of Indonesia. Sandy is out today. Sitting in for him is Anggun Melati, senior vice president of marketing. F&B giant is Maya. Hot topic number one, what a waste. Indonesia has a garbage emergency. We generate 60 million tons of trash each year, with 30% of that mismanaged or not managed at all. Dumping and burning are common, adding to pollution. Landfills projected to reach capacity in 2 years. And the problem recently had a tragic result. 6 people were killed after being buried by a massive garbage landslide last month near Jakarta. Now where to start? You know, our huge population obviously is at the root of this thing. We got a lot of people throwing out a lot of trash, but waste management is primarily a government responsibility in most countries, and the job is not getting done. Yenny, do people care?
People cares a lot. In fact, people has been clamoring over this issue for years, especially, in places like Bali, for example. This is a really sensitive issue. The problems is not only just cultural issues, but also structural issues. So waste management in Indonesia is a very complex system. It's run by a municipal government, and it is very inefficient. Sometimes, trucks don't even, go to waste dumping area because it gets diverted by local companies.
You mean corruption is involved?
Yes, for small payments.
Even about garbage.
And on top of that, we also there were cases in the past where, even though the government has already make it illegal to import waste, trash, but we still import them. There were cases in which, smugglings of waste from the U.S., from Europe,
and some of it hazardous waste too, as well as ordinary
found
waste.
its way into Indonesia.
Waste sorting and recycling obviously could provide big relief, but it's not being done to any big degree to make any impact. Anggun, why is this issue, you think, so low on the priority agenda? Or is it just because we're a developing country?
Well, I think, it's kind of hard. I think the government tried a bit with, now we limit the use of plastic. For example, in Bali, it's not allowed to use plastic bag anymore.
And in Jakarta, right?
And in Jakarta.
They outlawed plastic bags in
markets. But the
markets.
problem is, when we had COVID, right? And then during COVID, the online transactions, e-commerce, people are delivering food, including us, we deliver food. And those deliveries, online purchases, are being packaged, right? And often with a lot of plastic, right? So in a way that, okay, in retail, you're not allowed to use plastic, but, every small items that is shipped every day when you buy online is wrapped in plastic. And, now everybody buys online, right?
Okay, but we're out of COVID, several years out of it, so we should be cutting back on the use, right?
But the habit is there.
I don't think this is a low in terms of priority for the government. In fact, the government actually issued a decision for Danantara. That's our
government fund.
The government fund, to invest in 30 massive incinerators by 2028. So they're inviting investors to come in and set up these systems. But I don't think this is also a solution to the problem, because many environmentalists see this as human rights violations, because there's a potential for air pollution, respiratory problems, especially on the surrounding community areas.
So lesser of two evils.
Has to be
The
Has to
lesser
be
of two
correct.
evils. I mean, what are you talking about? You mean the waste to energy plants? Is that what we're
Waste to
talking?
energy plants. Yeah.
And there, the president has made that a priority as well. He wants to build
Absolutely.
waste to energy
Yep.
because
Yep.
nearly 50% of our population, for the numbers, burn their waste still. And in other countries, burning is outlawed. Only 10% recycle. So we can do more ourselves.
It will take decades for us to reach the level of Singapore or
Yeah.
Japan, for example, where everyone is obligated and understand that it is in their interest to change their lifestyles, to reflect a better way of, preserving the environment. It will take decades for that. But at the moment, we've got a mountains of garbage.
And again,
in
it's
our
priorities
backyard, so-
on the list of things that the country has to worry about. Clean water, housing, jobs.
Absolutely.
And then
For me-
recycling seems to be kind of low, unfortunately.
In my opinion, incinerators alone cannot solve the problems. We are not highly disciplined society, and with still high level of corruption. And incinerator needs constant supply of waste. So if we're just going to focus on incinerators, what happens is we're going to end up importing more waste. I mean, there is a case in China in which a city has to import, has to get waste from
to
neighboring
generate the power.
cities to generate
I
the
think we have
power.
enough waste.
So-
it's just a matter of getting it there and,
yeah,
and
but
the
30
structural system.
incinerators,
Yeah.
I mean, this is not
And the
a real
two
solution.
that was built already, in Solo and in Surabaya, has proven to be, they have like some problems,
Respiratory problems, yeah.
and also the air gets dirty and everything, So
There's got to be a balance, and there's got to be a way to protect
has-
citizens.
Yeah.
know-
So, if I may, it has to be a hybrid solution. You can have incinerators in a low population density areas, far from all the houses, everything. Yeah.
common sense, yeah.
Yep. But in the big cities, you create a low technology system.
For example?
For examples, you utilize a system called the digestive anaerobic system, in which you have a machine. This is like a very low-tech machine that creates a carbon monoxide, basically, that can be used for biogas, for energy. So you involve the communities, you involve many people, and they can utilize that for cooking, etc., in their homes, right? So
Technology.
and of course,
we have to invest in technology
sorting
like that.
sorting out the garbage is still the key thing. You need to utilize also the pemulung, the waste pickers in our country. They are the ones who share the burdens now, the lion's share of the burdens.
And they're doing it not for environmental purposes. They're doing it to make money.
They get
Yeah.
to make money.
Okay, last point.
That's
Yeah.
the best incentives in a way.
Yeah, good point. A private report listed Indonesia at number 10 in the 10 dirtiest countries in the world. Most are developing countries, as you might imagine. I think we got to start with ourselves. Everyone must do it themselves, but everybody's worrying about putting food on the table, right? Sending your kids to school. I mean, my apartment has separation bins, and I admit I don't always do it. I mean, do each of you take the time, or should we all make a pledge to do it?
We should all do it, but when it gets to the garbage trucks, what happens is that it just gets
Mixed
thrown,
together, yeah.
mixed together. That's the real problem, and this is a municipal issues.
Well, we do try, you know what I mean? Like in our, for example, in Journal, one of our coffee shop, we use like the biodegradable straws and everything. We do try, but this is just like one part of the ecosystem. So I do agree that we need a more holistic approach, not just the technology to handle the garbage that is already there, but also prevent it, how to mitigate people and how to create awareness in businesses and in people.
Yeah, individuals. I mean, and it's mindset. We have to. And I hate seeing people just
Education
throwing
is the
stuff
key.
Yeah.
out of the car. I hate pollution.
And
Okay.
there's no incentive for businesses like us, for example, to actually invest in.
There isn't. Really?
Yeah, I mean, like there's no difference, but usually like the biodegradable
Government regulation.
straws or spoon is more expensive, right?
Yeah.
So we are the one who has to
So
invest
maybe
in it,
government
you know what I
can
mean?
do tax breaks if you do a certain amount of recycling or something like that in
good
other
idea.
countries.
They would help, yeah.
Okay. Hot Indo will continue shortly. Immaculate prevention. Shouldn't men be taking matters into their own hands in birth control?
Quintanala sendiri merupakan sebuah brand fashion aksesoris yang kita menggunakan limbah kayu pabrik furniture sebagai bahan dasar dari pembuatan produk-produk kami. Banyak sekali hal-hal yang memang kita masih belajar, disitulah dirapihin sama Bu Reni. Bikin laporan keuangan, ada akhirnya momen untuk kita bisa presentasi langsung sama Pak Sandi Uno. Secara omset kita bisa naik lebih dari 80%.
Everything is here, everything is yours, everything is Gapura Prima. Everything is here, everything is yours, everything is Gapura Prima. Everything is here, everything is yours.
You are watching Hot Indonesia with Yenny, Anggun, and me. Here's hot topic number 2, immaculate prevention. The global population is now at 8.3 billion and growing. Indonesia has the 4th largest amount of people with 287 million. The government wants to have a fertility rate of no more than 2.1 children per woman, but standing in the way of desired family planning, men. Maybe not guys like me, but and that what I mean by that is
Why not guys like you?
participating in
still baby.
getting
Father.
the topic is vasectomies, and the numbers are actually mind-blowing. Only half of 1% of men in Indonesia get the surgery.
Only half of 1%.
Half of 1%. So in other words, not even 1% of men get elective vasectomies compared to 7% in the US. So it's globally it's not many because for various reasons there's other ways of birth control. Anggun, first to you. Don't you feel birth control should involve more men?
Yeah, of course. I think because when usually women has to do it, right? We have to take pills or do, injections and everything, and it has effect in our body.
Hormonal effect.
Hormonal,
effects,
technically,
absolutely.
yeah. So it would be great if men would actually contribute to this, problem. But what's interesting is that I found that men, like really, really naughty men.
Naughty men.
Naughty
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Explain.
Let me get this clear.
I know
All right.
nothing about
So these are men who are, married, had children. They're done having
They should
children.
be forced to have it.
So they call it like
No, they're actually doing it.
they're doing it. So they say like, just close the factory. Close the factory.
Okay, all right.
And then they can just sleep around
That's a
with
good
everybody.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, not good that they're sleeping around, but it's good that they prevent more unwanted childbirth.
But that's exactly the point. They're doing it to sleep around, without risking the family.
Well, that's a different subject.
That's a
We can
very
go in a whole
different
thing
subject,
about extramarital affairs.
Yeah,
Let's get
I
back to vasectomies. Okay, some of the fears from us men in getting the procedure are losing sexual desire. They fear that and the pain involved. Yenny, to answer your unasked question, I've never had one.
never had
But
one,
friends
right.
tell me that with new laser surgery, they don't have to cut. It's just a pin and you put in the laser and it's painless under local anesthesia. And as far as losing libido, doctors say it's in the mind, not down there.
No, because what it does is it ties the tube.
Right.
For
Blocks the
the sperm.
tube,
It blocks
right?
the tube for the sperm, So it
Procedure is understandable.
doesn't affect your virility.
Right.
Doesn't affect your masculinity. It doesn't affect anything. Any aspect of lovemaking is still the same. Yet it will provide a shared responsibility, in a household, because for years, for decades, women have always been the burden, take the burden of family planning.
Is it a
And it
cultural
takes a
thing at
toll
all?
on it,
Is
huh?
there any
But
religious
there's also-
limitations on
Well, actually, this is a gray area because, I can only speak about Islam, right? In Islam, you're
90%?
not allowed.
Yeah.
Yep, 88%.
To be
To be
exact.
precise here, yep. So in Islam, you're not allowed to change anything but your body, in a way. So it's for those that are very strict about it.
Unwritten,
you
but
cannot.
you could interpret it to mean that, yeah?
It's legally binding for some people, right? So for them, doing this, it actually changes the body, which is not true because some other scholars, Muslim scholars, argue that you can reverse it. This is a reversible thing. You can undo it.
The scholars said that?
Not the scholars, the medical term.
Yeah,
the medical
you
way.
said scholars. Like,
Not the scholars.
It is
some
written.
scholars said,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
scholars
Yeah.
said, and some Muslim scholars said that if it's reversible, then it is allowed, right? So
like,
when it comes
like tattoos, you're not supposed to get tattoos, which is haram. But that's
haram, because it
affects your skin, and that's
yeah.
another. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the cost, and maybe that's a deterrent. A private operation here runs 15 million rupiah or so, roughly $850. Now the government has a free vasectomy program, but here are the qualifications: the men must be 35 years and older with 2 children or more. By then you don't want it anyway, so you would do it. I say make all, if they really want to tackle the problem, make all vasectomies free for men. How many men will that make a line of people? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but it'll at least erase that barrier to getting vasectomies.
But you mentioned before, I just want to get back a little bit to what you mentioned, which is like the men are afraid to lose their libido if they do it, right?
Yeah.
But what about us? I lose my libido when I take pills.
Really?
But but those are risks
I don't
that.
think so. Look at
So yeah, you know what I mean? There are things that happen to us too.
That's why you have three girls.
I
Right?
have 3 girls, but my tube is tied.
Oh, okay, that's different. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
what I mean?
Yeah, it's not fair. You're right. And the male is not hormonal based. It's just a simple
Technical.
surgery.
It does not
Yeah.
affect testosterone.
And you mentioned the reversibility. They are reversible with success rates reaching
99%.
80%, 80 to 90%, and best done within 10 years of the original procedure. Now
Culture also plays into this, Dalton, because
What does?
culture,
Oh, culture. Okay,
right?
tell me.
Especially in a paternalistic society, like in Indonesia, so many of the burdens of domestic burdens falls into the laps of the woman. So it's not surprising that men feels that this is not my responsibility. This is you, and also the fact that there's also this misconception or cultural issues. This is still a taboo issue. And many men are seen as being virile, not viral.
Virile,
Yeah, or masculine when they have many kids. So there is still that cultural background.
That's
that
not
men face,
my factor of whether a guy is masculine or not. It's
But in the society, in our society, the more
as a woman,
the more
you see a
kids-
guy with 10 kids, you go, wow, man, he's.
No, I don't. I
Okay.
am a modern woman.
I want to be with him.
It's very different,
I don't think so.
But in rural areas,
he's
in the
stupid.
villages,
Yeah.
the more kids you have, the more rizki.
That's because no
Rizki
TV,
is
no TV.
welfare that you will receive in life.
Yeah.
That's the common
I get
conception
it.
in
But
Indonesia.
I think you make it easy, accessible, no cost, more men will get it, and let the wives push their husbands, saying there's no reason why you don't do it.
It's a very good idea. I support that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's about mentality. Even though it's free, if they don't want to do it, they don't want to
that's
do
why
it.
the wife or the partner
Absolutely.
has to push them, or the socializing.
Yep.
Let the government do it. Okay, more Hot Indo is ahead. Sweet shipment. Why trade with China is flowing with this pungent fruit.
Aku melihat bahwa masih banyak hewan peliharaan yang itu tuh masih menggunakan produk-produk manusia, dan aku menginisiasi Anima supaya bisa menghasilkan obat-obatan untuk hewan. Ikut program Indonesia itu di pertengahan tahun gitu. Waktu aku konsultasikan, mereka sangat mendukung gitu kan untuk bisa mengekspansi pasar ini ke luar Jabodetabek atau luar Jawa lah gitu kan.
Setiap organisasi memiliki potensi yang besar yang menunggu untuk dibangkitkan. Pradaim didirikan oleh para ahli bersertifikasi. Kami hadir untuk mengembangkan mindset dan keterampilan manusia dengan kurikulum custom, interactive learning, dan metode coaching yang relevan dengan kebutuhan perusahaan. Hasilnya adalah perubahan nyata dalam performa, komunikasi, dan budaya kerja.
Paradigm. We don't teach, we educate.
You're watching Hot Indonesia from Jakarta. Hot topic number 3, sweet shipment. It looks dangerous, smells funky, and soon China will take delivery of its latest direct shipment of durian from Indonesia. 459 tons exactly, worth nearly $2.5 million. This ongoing business started only in December after 2 years of negotiations. Previously, shipments had to go through a third country, and there's big profits for everyone because durian prices in China are 5 to 7 times higher than in Indonesia. They can charge, I'm not a fan of the fruit, as we'll see shortly, but Yenny, the Chinese, they can't get enough of it, and others.
Do you know the story, the story about how it came about, this whole thing, right? I was told by this very high-level government official that it started with a dinner function between President Jokowi and President Xi Jinping of China.
They served durian.
In which I'm not sure whether they served durian or not, but they were talking about durian. So one of the ministers told President Jokowi to push on this idea. And apparently, Madam Xi Jinping loved durian. So then things just get, speeded up, and here we are now.
Okay, and
it involves very high level diplomatic
and it's the beginning of
relations. Yeah,
potential big business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, for those watching overseas and in this country who have not yet to try durian, which include a lot of people actually, Anggun, can you describe what the taste and the texture is like, and why people who love it will pay any price? I mean, we're looking at the fruit. It's spiny and you can't really pick it up.
You should say the price.
You could kill people with this, and this is the actual fruit. The price for one fruit is about $400,000 to $500,000. I mean, average ones.
This one, but the one,
$30 to $40,
the big one,
the big and most very the delicious ones and all that. It could fetch up to $200.
Okay,
$200.
Sure, yeah, the premium, like strawberries in Japan and all that.
Absolutely.
But anyway, get back. Describe what this thing. I smell it. I can smell it right now. We smell it in our office all day. Oh. What is the taste and the texture?
Well,
you're not a fan, right?
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan because I personally don't prefer durian, and I don't like durian because my mom told me that when she was pregnant with me, she ate a lot of durian. So I kind of like born with it. So I mean, not for me.
You don't like it.
I don't like it.
She can smell it in the womb.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I know, right?
Osmosis.
Too much, Mom.
So that was why I was surprised that the Chinese really love durian. But I also heard that it's also since a long time ago, since I think 75, some delegations from Southeast Asia actually given durian as well to China.
Okay, but when you did taste it, what did it taste like? And Yen can
I don't know,
confirm.
sweet. Maybe
it's
okay.
sweet.
Describe it.
Very sweet, pungent smell, of course. But for those who love it, they love it. I love it.
Okay.
It's very creamy texture, creamy, sweet, and it just melts in your mouth. And it's best eaten with your hands.
Cold, or can it be room temperature?
room temperature is the best, but people made all kinds of products from durian: ice creams, cakes, cookies, pies, all kinds
Disguise the
of things.
smell is what I think. Now, the latest shipment that went to China came from Central Sulawesi. The Chinese durian market is worth $8 billion. So we got a lot of business to compete for because
Yeah,
our
this is very
competitors are major competitor is Malaysia, which claims to
Yes.
have the
Yep.
best
Oh, yes.
durian, as well as
And Thailand as well.
Yeah.
And
Okay. So, yeah. Let's try it. Good. Can you? When was the last time you had a?
I'm all for it.
You never had it?
I think you should try it out.
Okay. No, I will. Okay. And
I can take the whole durian.
You can have it. Go
But
ahead.
it is some people they try to limit it.
Hey, good.
Because it's not.
Anggun, maybe it's
Sorry, not
changed.
for
Maybe
me.
it
It's
evolved.
high calorie as well, unfortunately.
High calorie.
Well, not really. I mean, it's still fiber. It's fruit.
Is this your first time?
I'm a durian
yum.
virgin.
Yummy.
Actually, I tried it a little when I first got here, and I haven't
Love
had it
it.
since. Are you serious?
And then what they do, people, to get rid of the smell, the pungent smell, what they do, they take the skin and then put the water in the skin, put some water in the skin, and then drink from it. People say that it gets rid of the smell and the nausea that you might feel after.
It tastes like meatloaf.
What?
Do you like it?
Oh,
No,
meatloaf. Oh my
no.
God.
It has a
What are you
really.
talking about?
It doesn't taste like a fruit.
Do you know why? Because this is frozen. That's the problem. This is not fresh. Okay, I blame your crew.
Well, but
They
that's.
serve
Maybe
you
this
not
one
fresh
open.
durian.
But this is what
This is not good if
China
it's-
is getting
if it-
frozen shipments, so that's what they're going to taste. See, it's not fresh. They're sending
Yeah, but it will
frozen.
take a while to thaw.
To just put it,
Yeah.
yeah?
Man, okay,
Yeah.
so for the record, Anggun did not taste it. Okay, and you're smart because.
It's an acquired
Oh
taste.
man, yeah, you have to love it or hate it, kind of like Donald Trump. Okay, it is feedback time now.
I can just imagine Trump in a durian shape now. Oh God.
Slip that in there. Feedback time, and this Facebook post came from Pipit in Amsterdam on kids still getting sick from Indonesia's free school lunch program. The program is a mess. And Halis in Bali sent this. I see your program on TVRI. That's great, Halis, as Hot Indonesia is also seen on Indonesia's public broadcaster throughout this big country. Here's how to contact us with your feedback. Email at hotindo@theindonesiachannel.world or comment through our Hot Indonesia or Indonesia Channel X, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube pages. Final words, Yenny.
Kartini was a young, noble woman from Java who dared to question why women cannot go to school or choose their own freedom. So through her letters, she spoke about education, about freedom, about equality, something that was quite radical, at the time when she was born. Today, she's remembered as our national heroine, but her legacy lives on. Every time a girl goes to school, there she is. And I just want to wish everyone happy Kartini Day, and let's keep her spirit alive by fighting for every girl to get access to education.
Final words, Anggun.
Also, in the spirit of Kartini, I would like to shout out and celebrate Indonesian modern woman who has taken many roles that used to be dominated by men. Hopefully that more Indonesian women will pursue their dreams, get more opportunity to rise above and achieve whatever they want to be.
And my final words, it's been said before, and I'll say it again and again. Being late shows disrespect for whom you are meeting. Unless it's a true emergency, head out to your destination with time to spare, please. Try to do or act as the Japanese say and do. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And I'm still trying to get the taste out of my mouth.
Really?
Oh man, I can.
Even some
I'll
coffee,
taste it
it
forever.
will take the taste out of your
Really? Coffee
your
does
mouth.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
They say in China they call it like the erme of fruit.
It is.
Oh, yeah, no,
It
I
is.
know people love it, they love it, but I don't. And that is Hot Indonesia for this week. For Yenny Wahid and Anggun Melati, I'm Dalton Tanonaka. Thank you very much for watching, and please join us again next week.
This program is presented by the Sarawak Tourism Board. Sarawak, the gateway to Borneo.